Y'all ready for this? Now let's give the coffee a taste. I'm just kidding. That's good too.
Get that on tray.
Oh no, Steve MRE. Let's get this out on a tray. No, okay. What is up, Verse Straight family? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Verse Straight Family channel where I'm your host, Tommy Verse Straight. Today we're going to be doing an MRE review. Company XMRE sent me an entire case of MREs, and I'm going to tell you why. So during the peak of the pandemic, I bought a case of XMRE MREs off of Amazon. And I noticed a lot of things wrong right off the bat. Their accessory packet that usually comes with coffee, creamer, sugar, salt, pepper, and it varies bag to bag. I noticed all those things were missing. It was a fork, a knife, and a napkin, and the Flameless Ration heater that was supposed to be supplied in it. XMRE has a proprietary Flameless Ration heater made by the company Nexus. And that wasn't in there. So that was a red flag for me. I reached out and I contacted XMRE. They explained what happened. And I'm not going to go into too much detail over the conversation. Here's a small clip. I just noticed that there's a lot of things different than when I first started buying from you guys. And that really helped out a whole lot.
Yeah, but not anymore. You won't see those changes anymore.
Okay.
We had to adjust to living life. It really affected the supply chain all around. So we had to adjust. Of course, we're here to help. Any other questions, feel free to reach out.
All right, thank you.
Be safe. Bye.
Bye. So that's a small part of how the conversation went. I expressed my concern. I thought somebody was knocking off their MREs because usually they don't have stickers that go on the bag. Usually it's imprinted on the bag. There were many different shortages, and one of those being their Flameless Ration heater and the other being the accessory packets. So I got really upset, but I did not take into consideration all the different possibilities as to why the quality of the MRE had dropped. But they reassured me that the MREs, everything that's supposed to be in them, the Flameless Ration heater by Nexus, and the accessory packets are back to where they're supposed to be. So I want to show you what I bought during the pandemic, what came in the case, and why I was disappointed. And for many of you MRE lovers out there, you'll understand why. And I'm going to show you the pack that they did send me. So let's get these MREs open, and we're going to do a side-by-side review. So this one is the Italian sausage one. This came from the case that I bought during the peak of the pandemic. This is the Flameless Ration heater that I'm talking about. This specific one is garbage. Just from my experience alone, 50% of the time it doesn't work. And sometimes if you overfill it or underfill it, it doesn't work good. Sometimes you have to dump all of the water back out of it after letting it soak into that pack for it to start working. It should be as simple as putting your food in that you want heated, add that little bit of water, and let it sit. As far as the contents, the food contents that's in here, it's not bad. We have most of the standard items that would be in an MRE. But you have your main course, your side dish. Your main course is the Italian sausage, which is great, by the way. I've had this a couple of times. It's very, very good. You have your Santa Fe style rice and beans. You have plain tortillas, which the quality of the tortillas that I've gotten over the last couple of years have increased tremendously. So good tortillas, an oatmeal cookie, jalapeno flavored cashews. These are awesome. And then you have a beverage base powder. This one is lemon lime, very good. It's basically a Gatorade or a Powerade. Very good stuff. And then I got to the accessory packet. This is what really irritated me. On Amazon, in the description, from when I bought it, it told me that it came with a standard accessory packet. The creamer, the coffee, the salt, the pepper, the sugar, just a standard accessory packet. I got a fork, a knife, and a napkin. That's the main thing that really threw up that red flag. And I was like, okay, it's time to stop filming, make some phone calls, do some research, and see what is going on here. And the other thing, online, you can see that they have an embedded logo on here. On this back side, it's supposed to be embedded like this, but it's just a sticker with the logo and the description of what's in the bag. So those three things are what threw me off. So let's get this stuff packaged back up, and I'm going to show you what their standard MRE looks like. So there you have it. That's the MRE that I bought during the peak of the pandemic. Now let's open the one that they sent me, and I can show you the quality has been restored. Y'all ready for this? Let's get this spread out. So let me get this laid out for you guys real quick. Give me just a second. Alright, so there we have it. It's laid out. So the packaging, it still came with that printed label. And they reassured me that the quality had been restored. So when I got the case, I was kind of concerned. I wanted to peek in here and take a look. That's why the packaging was already open, just to kind of make sure. But this is your first time seeing it. So let's get started. This one is the cheese tortellini, which is another really, really good MRE. So you have your main course. This one comes with frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. So let's get this open and take a look and see what brand of Pop-Tarts are in here. Could be Great Value Walmart brand, you never know. So this one seems to be a Walmart brand. It can vary MRE to MRE. So we have our cheese tortellini, dry roasted salted peanuts, pilot bread, I got the good stuff, jalapeno cheese spread. This stuff is great. And here we have a lemon lime beverage base powder, which is pretty standard in a lot of MREs. You may get an orange or grape one. Sometimes you'll get extra stuff like hot chocolate base powders. They're really good. Now, here's the highlight for me. This is their Nexus Heater, or Nexus. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this thing is amazing. It comes in its own individual pack. Before going into the pouch, this will increase its shelf life and make it more durable and less susceptible to oxygen. The more oxygen that it gets, the less effective it'll be. Here's our standard accessory packet. Let's get that open and I'll show you what's in here. So before any meal, you want to get your hands clean, get them washed, practice good hygiene. They send you a moist towelette. You have a spoon, salt and pepper. This freeze-dried coffee is new to me. It's Bill's Brew freeze-dried coffee. It's made by William James Coffee Company. I haven't heard of them, but I'm looking forward to trying this one. Comes with 2 packs of sugar and some creamer. It's a little bit less than what I'm used to in an accessory packet, but I'm not disappointed at all. This is, a minimal standard to me in an accessory packet. So for the most part, I'm happy with it. With starting to eat an MRE, one thing I want you to know, this is going to take the longest because you're heating it up, if you choose to do so. So you want to start with heating your food up first. You don't want to eat all your sides and drink all your drink mixes and then have to wait for your food to heat up. So get this started first, that way you're not waiting. So let's get our food and the flameless ration heater in there and get this going. So I'm gonna put the cheese tortellini and the jalapeno cheese spread in there and get both of those warmed up. Let's add our water to the fill line. Here in just a second, you should see some steam come out of that hole. I hear it. It's trying to go. There it goes. It's pretty intense. Once it gets going, it's that's why I love these flameless ration heaters made by Nexus. They're tried and true. Every time I use them, they take just about a minute or so to get going, but once they do, man, they're so strong. Just to cancel out some of the noise, let's set that off to the side. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we'll come back to that. So what I'm gonna work on next is making my drinks. You wanna let the freeze-dried coffee and the beverage base powder dissolve after stirring. So let's get that going. All right, let's get this stirred up. And check out that color. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes, give it another stir. All right, I'm back with my hot water. I put it in a clear glass just so you guys can see what it looks like. So let's add our Bill's Brew freeze-dried coffee first. So before I add any cream or sugar, I'm gonna give it a taste. It's a decent cup of coffee. Has a very mild flavor and just a little bitterness to it, but man, that's good. Let's give that a stir. Let's give this a taste. Woo! That is good. Man, that's good. Yeah. I like that. Ooh. Man, I could drink a gallon of that, son. Now let's give the coffee a taste. I'm just kidding. That's good too. That's really good. So, if I had a favorite between these two drinks, it would definitely be the lemon lime beverage powder. That is awesome. That is really, really good. Let's take a look at what else we have. We've got the strawberry Pop-Tarts, or in this case, toaster pastries. We've got our dry roasted salted peanuts. And we've got our single pilot spread, which we're going to be having with our jalapeno cheese spread. I've got salt and pepper. That will go in the cheese tortellini. I am going to try it first by itself. But let's get this stuff open, see how it looks. Oh yeah, I brought this. It's a little military mess kit. The toaster pastries are stuck together. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get these apart. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. They're going to end up breaking apart. If that happens, don't worry about it. Leave them smushed together and eat them. Let me get my drink back. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to grab my Nexus bag that has our food heating in it and give it a few squeezes. A lot of times in Flameless Ration heaters, the food pouches, they'll get really hot in one spot that is in direct contact with that heater. So if you kind of squeeze it around and work the food around that's in that pouch, it'll help distribute that heat evenly. So we're going to do that. I highly suggest either doing it quickly or doing it with gloves on, because this is going to be really, really hot. I'm not going to burn myself, but it could hurt a little bit, so you kind of want to be quick about it. Woo, it's getting hot. There we go. I think I squeezed it enough. Really good. Now we're on to our dry roasted and salted peanuts. So let's eat some of these peanuts. Really good. Just regular salted peanuts. Nothing special about them. Got a nice crunch. As far as protein and good fats, good carbs, energy. This would be a really good snack between breakfast and lunch. Alright, got the peanuts set aside. I believe our main course is warmed up enough and our cheese spread is warmed up enough, so let's get those out of the bag and give it a try. Got my spoon, got my cheese spread. I have my main course, which is nice and hot. Let's get that in there. That is so hot. Man, I'm telling you, you cannot beat those Ration heaters. I mean, this is scalding to the touch. My goodness. I'm telling you, you cannot beat a Nexus heater. I don't care who you are, what company you are, what scientists are working for you. You cannot beat a Nexus heater. Man, they get so stinking hot. So, we've got our cheese tortellini. I'm going to bring it and show you guys what it looks like. So what do you guys think about that? It looks great, huh? Let's give it a bite without adding any salt and pepper to it. I'll tell you how it is. That, my friends, is really, really good. So, pasta, you would think being in a pouch with all the liquids and everything, that would be really mushy. It's not. The sauce is great. It almost doesn't need any salt and pepper. In all honesty, it really doesn't. I think I'm going to add some to it anyways, just to really kick it up a notch. Bam! Emerald Lagasse. I'm going to add some to it just to see what difference it makes. It really doesn't need it, but I'm going to try it anyways, just because. I'm going to get this good and stirred up. Guys, I'm really excited. I'm so happy. I love XMRE. All these different MREs, they've really come a long way, especially over the last decade. The quality and the contents, it's amazing. Yeah, the cheese, the sauce, the pasta. This is it, guys. I'd have to say this is probably now one of my top 6 or 7 MREs. Meatball marinara, that one is my first favorite. MRE Star, they have a Tuscan beef stew that's to die for. XMRE, their Italian sausage is phenomenal. It's just the quality of the food is amazing. This is some high quality stuff. So, let's get the pilot bread open and get some of this jalapeno cheese spread on it so you guys can see that. So, the pilot bread is basically a giant cracker. So, usually what I'll do with the crackers or certain breads, I'll break them up and stick them in here. But before I do that, I want to get some of this cheese spread on here. And usually with the cheese spread, I'll kind of mix that in the food too. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Here we go. Man, that looks good. My gosh. That jalapeno cheese spread is so good. And the kick to it, man! You want to talk about a really awesome kick in the mouth. Dude. Now it's time to add some of this cheese spread, some of this here cracker to this cheese tortellini. Please don't tell Emerald I said that. Not trying to get sued. Technically, I'm not using that word while cooking. I'm just heating up some food, you know what I'm saying? Not going to blend it up too much. I still kind of want to taste the individual flavors. I'm not trying to mix it all up too much. That's what's good about MREs. You can mix and match and do whatever you want with it. You've got options. Man, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me eat the rest of it. I just want you to know that is so good. I'm so happy that XMRE sent me this case to do a side-by-side review. I want to say thank you for sticking around and watching if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it. If you would, please subscribe, like, it means the world to me. You have no idea. I want to say thank you to XMRE today for sponsoring today's video, sending me that case of MREs to do a side-by-side review, and to assure all of you out there that are watching this that the quality of their product is back. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. It made today's video, so I appreciate it. So, boom! That wraps up today's video. Be sure to give me the thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications when we post more videos. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. You ruined my video. She's not ruining my video. She makes them better.
You get famous.
I'm not famous.
You get famous.
I never will be.
That one guy at work noticed you. You're famous.
Yeah, one person recognized me. It's kind of crazy though that it only had 28 views, and when he saw me, he recognized me from one of my YouTube videos. I honestly thought that was really cool. He's like, man, I recognize you. Oh, you're on YouTube. You did that Jack Daniels drinking video.
Yeah, you're famous.
I'm not
I
famous.
keep losing count of names.
I'm not famous. I'm recognized.
Shut up. Saying I'll never be famous is not going to help.
I'm trying to be famous.
I know.
I like shooting my videos.
But don't be negative.
These are more than likely made by Kellogg.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah. Not a sponsor.